So much goodness. Yeah, I haven't felt this excited to play video games in a long time.
Welcome to the Enthusiast Gaming Podcast, where today we'll be discussing the re-emergence of 2D gaming, limited run, analog consoles, favorite video games based on a horror movie, and we're going to wrap everything up with a pulse check featuring Majora's Mask, Infamous, and two more titles. So look forward to that. With me, as always, is my good friend Wes. Wes, how you doing, sir?
What's going on, my friend? I'm good. Happy to be here. Happy to talk about our favorite topic, video games.
Absolutely. Happy to be here with you too, man. All right. Before we hop into everything, just a couple bits of housekeeping. If you like what you hear today, please subscribe to us over on Patreon, patreon.com/nerdenthusiast. You can subscribe for as little as $1 a month. Really helps us out if you dig what you're hearing or watching. Hopefully you're watching on YouTube as well. If you're on YouTube, please ring the bell, like, subscribe. All those things really help us out. Drop a comment. And if you're listening to us on podcast services, if you could just give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast services or Spotify if you like what you hear today, that would also be appreciated. Totally free, doesn't cost you a thing, helps us out tremendously. Wes, here we are, sir. The time has come. The reemergence of 2D gaming has begun. Not today, but recently, in the recent past.
I'd say recently.
And it's been on the upswing. And right now, it is cooking. We're drowning almost. There's so much goodness, Wes.
So much goodness. Yeah, I haven't felt this excited to play video games in a long time. And it's all because of 2D games, believe it or not.
Absolutely. Now it's hard to determine exactly where this started, but I'll give a couple of shout outs here. One is going to be to Shovel Knight, of course. So Shovel Knight came back, a few years ago. That really brought people back into 2D platformer, like action sort of game, or just a remembrance to the NES days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then another thing that really kicked things in gear, and I think really brought us closer to this level, was Streets of Rage 4 being re-released, and just an absolute banger with another banger soundtrack. Impressive.
I agree. When Streets of Rage 4 came out, I was like, oh wow, okay. 'Cause, I mean, Streets of Rage is a classic Genesis title, so we loved it. But I didn't realize it was going to be as good as it was. It was really good. It was really good.
Yeah, it was really surprising. Everybody was like, bringing back a 2D fight. Like, okay. Like, no, there was love put into that game,
Mm-hmm.
man. I mean, the fact that the soundtrack is so memorable is remarkable because you don't think that it could compete, with like the old Streets of Rage, but it totally does.
I agree. It's funny. I think it plays more like Streets of Rage 3, more so than the original.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny because we did a video maybe a year or two ago talking about the demise of 2D games, which we will supply the link below. Check it out. But since then, like you said, man, it's been on an upswing, a massive upswing. So, with that being said, I have a question for you. What do you think is contributing to this resurgence of 2D gaming? Because it's been dormant for a very long time.
I think the old heads like you and I want something to play like this for one. For two, I would say it's a time restraint thing. Like a lot of people don't have time, and these games are perfect for that, right? You could just pop in, play. Most of them have easy save states, or you could save at any time. That pick up and play arcade style is really beneficial to at least where I am in life and where I imagine many other
Mm-hmm.
people are. Three is the younger generations really didn't grow up with this at all, so I think it's new to them. It might be appealing to them that hey, like this is pretty cool. This is like an old school style game that's new. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like part of it's like a backlash to like live service games. Like people are so sick of like the always online, always connected. Like
Mm-hmm.
just having something simpler and easier to dive into than devoting your life to a video game is refreshing.
Okay, I like
What
that
about you?
answer. I like that answer. I've been thinking about it, and I agree with you. I think it's the older gamers because this is what we grew up on. This is what we remember, and I think a lot of the companies are starting to capitalize on that, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because they're bringing back classic titles and classic IPs that we played way back then, and just kind of putting a new coat of paint on them, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Like I said, I haven't felt this excited to come home and turn on my video game system in a long time. Granted, I always love games, but now I'm so excited because there's so many good games, and a lot of them are 2D.
Yeah, stuff that just speaks to you more. I've had it. Me and you briefly spoke about that. Like, yeah, there's just so much good stuff for us right now because I've been so sick of a lot of stuff for like a long time. It's like I do like RPGs, I do, but like
Mm-hmm.
they're like a devotion. Like I almost don't want to play them because I know what's going to happen. Like they're going to suck the life out of everything else. Like when I played Avowed, like I went down that rabbit hole. And I don't know how many hours I put in Avowed, but I love that game. And it was great. It was different, but it wasn't like it
Mm-hmm.
also wasn't like a 100-hour RPG or anything like that. I probably beat it in like I don't know 20 to 40 hours somewhere in there, which is way more reasonable than something gigantic. But yeah, the 2D games are great. I'm loving it. There's some more stuff we're going to talk about in a minute. Like, let's talk about one game from last year real quick. So, Prince of Persia came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was a throwback to the 2D ones. It was the Lost Crown, by the way. That's the title of it. If you didn't watch, it was Wes and I's both game of the year, which is unusual because we kind of have different tastes. Sometimes they align, but this
Yep.
was one of those instances. And what an amazing game, and what a sad state of affairs when that team disbanded.
It broke my heart, man. I was so excited to get a Prince of Persia game and a really good Prince of Persia game. And, because I was expecting my Sands of Time remake, which I still haven't gotten yet, but it's 3D. And for them to announce 2D, I was a little skeptical, but once I started playing it, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's like a Metroidvania style 2D. But the Metroidvania stuff wasn't even that hard as far as like, dude, the platforming in that game is brutal. Like when you chain like the jumps and stuff together, like holy
Yes.
crap!
Yes.
There was like puzzles basically inside of there, but it called for perfection many times. Like you could not miss. Like you have to nail this if you want to get through this entire section.
I agree. Some of them were brutal. Some of them were brutal. Some of the harder treasures or achievements I couldn't do because they were impossible.
I think I beat like 99% of that game or like 98% of that game. I beat most of it, but there was like one thing called the Tower of something, and I was like, I'm not doing. I was like, I'm not doing this. But I enjoyed the challenge. It was fair. When you died, it
Mhm.
was your fault, and you knew it. It wasn't
Yes,
the game being cheap. You know.
which is true. Which is true. There's another game that recently came out, and it's based off an old IP. It's Shadow Labyrinth, which is a dark, twisted take on Pac-Man that
It looks really cool.
I never really knew I needed until now. Oh my God, I'm hooked on that game.
Yeah, also a 2D Metroidvania like, right?
It is. And that's another thing. A lot of these games are Metroidvania style, but yeah. Um, but it's Metroidvania. It's I don't want to say it's a hack and slash, but you have Pac-Man with you, and he does go around and he chomps on his power pellets and stuff, and the ghosts are in it. This game came out of nowhere, and I am so hooked on this game.
Yeah, I got to get to it for sure. It looks really cool and interesting. Like, what a weird twist. Like, who would have thought a Pac-Man game would ever be like that? You know?
I know, not in a million years, but here we are, and
Yeah.
it's good, and it's 2D.
I got to check it out, man. As soon as I find some time, there's a lot of stuff coming out which we're going to get into. Everything's going to be eating up our time, but hopefully before the end of the year, I can squeeze this in somewhere. And then another title that both of us have played. I haven't played this a ton. I got it really to play with my daughter, and that's kind of when I was playing it. But it's a 2D, another 2D game. The art is incredible, but it's Disney Island of Illusion. It originally came out on the Nintendo Switch. That's what I have it for. Later came out to Xbox and PlayStation, and I think you got the Xbox version, right?
I did. I just recently beat it.
How was it?
It was good. It was really, really good. And I think I text you afterwards because it's like I beat it and I enjoyed it. The animation was great. The humor was funny. It was there. But I went from one Metroidvania game to
To another.
another, and I'm like, oh, it's killing me. I need a break.
Yeah, I love Metroidvanias, but having something to separate them is probably a good idea, you know? Because I like the, if I'm like into a game, like I like to get, I don't always get 100%, but I like to be very thorough with the majority of the game until I reach a
Mm-hmm.
point where like I'm just like, no more. I've had enough, you know? So playing games like that makes me definitely not want to play one Metroidvania right into another Metroidvania. I would want some sort of buffer in between there.
Yeah, you need a break. Definitely
For
need a
sure.
break.
Not going to give you a break here, Wes, because Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement is going to be coming out next year. Another Metroidvania. Now, this is like the old Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's similar to that. That's the best way I could describe the game. There was an original version called Bloodstained. It's not Curse in the Mood. Those are the 2D ones. Ritual of the Night was the
Mm-hmm.
original. And I absolutely love that game. I played the hell out of it. It feels just like Castlevania. It's not Castlevania. It's basically kind of like Castlevania.
Like one of those spiritual successors type games.
Exactly. Made by the same guy who made
Mm-hmm.
Symphony of the Night. So you can feel it all in its DNA.
You know, we were talking about Metroidvania and 2D. How could we not talk about Metroid Dread?
Oh man. Man. Yeah. Dude, Metroid Dread beat that game also.
I
What a
gave up.
spectacular game.
I gave up. It was too hard. It was, I just couldn't. I couldn't do it.
I mean, this is a top tier Metroid game. Like, probably the second best Metroid game. Like Super Metroid than this. I'm not a Prime person, so don't
Hmm.
people who love Prime. I do have Prime. I just never got around to playing it. So for
At
people like, oh,
all?
what about Prime? No, never played Prime.
None of them.
No,
Oh, Prime's good. Prime's really good.
I believe it. I just I want the 2D ones, man.
Yeah.
I'll give
Wait.
Prime a shot one day for sure.
Okay. Well, you got it in Dread.
Dude, Dread. If they don't get a sequel to this, I'm gonna be in tears, man. Like I can't get over how good Dread was. Can't. They got to do another one, Wes. And it wasn't made by Nintendo. Of course, Nintendo published it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was made by I think Mercury Steam or somebody made it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know if it was like Nintendo overlooking it that made it so good, but I don't know what the hell they did. They need to make a sequel to that game or something. I don't care. Just give me another 2D one. For God's sake, give me another 2D one.
I know 2D's on the rise, man. Give man another Metroid, 2D Metroid anyway.
Yeah, I know 4 Prime is coming out this year, but again, I'm like, okay, give me the 2D one. Shout out to Hyperoxia 1 and 2. 1 is like an older game, 2 is somewhat new. This is a shooter that Wes and I both played.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a lot of fun. It's old school pixel art, 2D
Mm-hmm.
like shoot 'em up. And what's cool about this game is they have power ups like that you can like permanently unlock, and you can make the game pretty easy if you're unlocking stuff constantly, or if you want to make the game hard, just don't use your credits or whatever they are to unlock the
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and the game is going to be much harder that way. So I like the scale and stuff, and the weapons are pretty cool, and the music specifically in the second one is fantastic.
It's good. I downloaded it on your recommend, and it's not a Metroidvania, thank God.
It's a good
But
thing to break them up with, though.
it is. It is. It's an old school classic side scrolling shooter.
Yep.
And it was good. It's really good.
We also got this year Power Rangers Rita's Revenge. I picked this up. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, so I'm not going to speak to it. But it looks amazing. That's why I got it. I was like, I could have just got the game
Mm-hmm.
digital for cheap, but no, I got like the special edition or whatever. Eventually, I will get there. Wes, what did you think about Rita's Revenge? Rita's Revenge.
Reader's Rewind, it's
Rita's
called.
Rewind. Said it wrong about 3 times. Sorry about that. Rita's Rewind.
Reader's Rewind. It is so good. It's really good. It's really good. I didn't finish it. It's one of those where I go, I turn it on, I play a couple levels, and then I go to something else. But it has the feel of the old school original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, with the intro and the theme song, but it's your traditional side-scrolling beat 'em up. It gives you it changes pace a little bit because there's some levels where it goes first person, like when you combine and make the Megazord, you have the cockpit view, and then there's another level where you're in like one of your your like Tyrannosaurus or Triceratops, whatever, and
Your Transformer.
there you go, and it's behind the view, so it's third person. And that kind of goes into the 3D effect because you're running into the screen. But for the most part, it's your side-scrolling classic beat 'em up. Love it. Animation's crisp.
2D
It's
pixel art.
2D pixel art. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the 2D pixel art is the thing that catches my eye first. But what's cool is there was a game, a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game for Genesis back in the day, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
fairly certain was the beat 'em up too. And like, I
Yes, it
was never
was.
a Power Rangers fan. To this day, I could give it crap. But that was a pretty fun game, and this one just looks 10,000 times better.
You weren't a Power Rangers person?
I don't know anything about it.
Oh man,
I
okay.
know there's colors and they do things, and everybody likes the Green Ranger. That's my knowledge of Power Rangers.
Yeah. Well, I had my son grew up on Power Rangers, so I was kind of watching it with him,
I
and I
get it.
kind and I kind of got into it. But it was an originally a Japanese show called Super Sentai, and I was watching them in Japanese, and then they kind of took it and brought it to America, and then incorporated American actors into the Japanese show to
Okay,
make it something their own.
that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. But it's Power Rangers, and it's still going strong. Power Rangers is still out there today, just
I
as
mean, that's
popular.
amazing to me. Like, I don't know. I just like I said, it never appealed to me. Never clicked for me. I was like, I don't know. I was a little too old when it came out,
Okay, okay.
so it missed my mark. Like, if I would have been a few years younger, I probably would have been into it. But like, dude, you tried to replace like the Ninja Turtles. Come on, bro. You ain't doing that. Get out of here. Let's see what's next on our list. We got a Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Cosmic Invasion.
That one's coming out. Uh, hasn't been released yet, but it's another pixel art side-scrolling beat 'em up in the same vein as Streets of Rage.
Yep, yep. And I don't give a crap about Marvel, but that game looks damn good, and
That
I will
looks
be playing it.
great. It reminds me of the old X-Men arcade game.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Yep, absolutely.
It really does. And I was like, man, I can't wait till this comes out.
I'm just a sucker for that stuff, man. Like I said, I don't care about Marvel, don't care about Power Rangers, but if you're gonna make a 2D pixel art game that's like a beat 'em up, oh
Mm-hmm.
man, am I there? And this segment should also just be about beat 'em ups in general because those like went away for a long time too. Like they were basically dead, and now
True.
they're alive and well along with these 2D games.
True. Yeah, they are because I mean, there's so many of them coming out as far as like the side-scrolling beat 'em ups. Because there's a Toxic Avenger game coming out.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yep,
You
love it.
know, we have what the Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge,
Yep,
side-scrolling beat 'em up in the same vein as Turtles in Time.
man, what a great job they did with that. Love Shredder's Revenge. Love it.
They did a really 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 good job with that. And Turtles, just like Power Rangers, is still going strong, and
Somehow.
those IPs are 30 plus years old.
Somehow, whatever that crap Nickelodeon did to them didn't kill the franchise. That's amazing.
Turtles is still just as popular, man. Turtles is still just as popular. I didn't mind some of the Nickelodeon shows, the other Turtles.
They just look goofy to me. I was like, oh my god, what did you guys do to my turtles, man? What did you do to my turtles?
Show was good.
We'll see if they can pull. If man, if they can make a good the Last Ronin game, I'm gonna be so stoked if that game comes out and it's good. My expectations are like at the floor because I forget who the developer is, and it was just like, oh man, I was like, oh god, come on.
We'll see. We'll see. Stay close to the source material. Make the gameplay good. They'll be all right.
Right, you have an entire book to base it around. Like,
Mm-hmm.
follow that, get good gameplay and good
Mm-hmm.
art, good soundtrack. It's fine. I make it sound so easy. See, I can do it myself.
And for those who don't know, Last Ronin is basically the story. It's set in the
Don't
future.
spoil it. Don't spoil
Nope,
it.
nope. I'm not gonna spoil it. All I'm just gonna say is, it's all the turtles are dead except one,
Yep, there you go.
and he
That's a good way.
carries the weapons of all his brothers.
Yep,
Um, and that's it. He's the last Ronin.
yep. Awesome.
Good stuff.
Speaking of ninjas, let's insert one last one before we get there. Mina the Hollower, I'm going to give you a shout out. There's a demo out now, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. Go check it out. It is a Zelda like from the guys who made Shovel Knight. The name is escaping me. I don't know why I can't remember their name right now. But the people who made Shovel Knight, making Mina the Hollower. I played the demo for a very short period of time because I got distracted and had to turn it off. I forget what the hell happened. I enjoyed it, but I need to play more of it. Have you checked out the demo yet, Wes?
No, I never even played Shovel Knight.
This is not like I mean, Shovel Knight's like different. This is not. This is like a Zelda like an old
Mm-hmm.
school 2D Zelda game. It's like a Link to the Past. It feels like that.
Okay.
And you get to pick your weapon. It's right in the beginning. So you can get a whip, so it feels more like Castlevania. You can
Mm-hmm.
get a sword, so it feels more like Link, or you can get something else. I don't remember what the hell the other thing was, but
Huh.
yeah, the whip has like a ball on it too, so it's like a ball and chain sort of.
Mina the Hollower.
Yep,
Huh.
the
I'll
Hollower.
I'll check it out.
Check out the demo; looks great. Coming out on Halloween Day. Let's roll into the ninja stuff now, since we got all the way through that, right? We got my beloved. You're kind of beloved too. Ninja Gaiden came
Mm.
out recently. Ninja Gaiden Rage Bound. We've both been playing this. I love this game. This game is awesome. It's exactly what I want in a 2D ninja game or a 2D Ninja Gaiden game. Again, I'm happy 4 is coming out. That's great. This is my bag. This is what I need in my life. It's very good. I dig the music. The
it
art's
is.
fantastic.
It is very. It's 2D pixel art. It's
Yep.
great.
Plays like a Ninja Gaiden game. I will say one somewhat negative thing. It doesn't have the same flow as the original Ninja Gaiden. The original Ninja Gaiden has like a rhythm to it, and you can kind of get into the rhythm like a little bit in this, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like things break it up where it's like, no, like you're making me stop. Don't make me stop. That's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to keep running and going and
Mm-hmm.
like flowing. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not playing it right. I don't know. But I don't feel like I'm getting that same vibe out of it. But other than that, I love it.
Okay. I love it. I remember seeing it what earlier either earlier this year, because they showed it was one of these conferences, and they showed it, and I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. I was so excited for this to come out. Granted, like you said, love Ninja Gaiden, the 3D ones. Can't wait for 4. I went through the remaster of 2, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, that they just dropped. It was great, but totally different, on a different level.
Now
Totally different level.
It is hard, just like the old ones too. We should mention that. So
Yes.
what there's the good thing is this. It's like an old school game. So like if you beat a level, your level saved, and you can play that level whenever you want.
Mhm.
Or if you have Xbox and you're playing there, like I am, if you reach some of the bosses are crazy hard. If I reach a boss that's too hard and I'm getting frustrated, you can just do it's like a suspension on the game. I can't remember what it's called now. Why can't I remember what it's called? You know what I'm talking about, Wes? When you turn it on, it just goes like right back to where you were.
Mhm.
What the hell's
Quick
that called?
quick resume.
Yes, quick resume.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Oh, trust me, I do it all the time. It's like I get frustrated and I just hit my Xbox button and it go and just exit it out and I'm like I need a break. And then I go back to it, I click on the game and it resumes right back where I left off.
Yeah, I mean you'll get through a level that'll take you 20 minutes or half an hour or something to
Mhm.
get through the level. Then you get to some boss that's hard as hell. And if you don't have quick resume and you go back and play that later, you're going to start from the beginning of that level again and go through that first 20 or 30 minutes. But quick resume is your best friend.
Mhm.
Uh,
I
the
do have to
checkpoint
say
system is fair too.
yes, I was going to say the checkpoint system is very fair
It is. Mm-hmm.
because they are plentiful. Thank God.
They really are. It's to me, it's the bosses that are friggin' brutal, man. Once you have to start getting, there's like three crystals. Not trying to spoil it. I'm trying to keep this as broad as possible. You have to collect three crystals. I won't describe the bosses, but each one you need to get a crystal from. At least the first two. I'm up to the third one now. I'm not. I haven't beaten that boss yet. Holy crap, man! I mean, I hard, bro, hard.
Yes, it is.
Shinobi, Art of Vengeance.
Mm.
I went out of my way not to play this demo because this game is
Oh my
coming out very
God.
soon.
I couldn't wait. I was trying to be good and just I wanted to experience it all, but I have been waiting for Shinobi for such a long time. When Sega announced they were bringing back their classic IPs and Shinobi was on that list, man, I lost my mind. I think I did a reaction video because I was so pumped about it. And then the demo came out, I just couldn't resist. I had to play it.
So,
I
what did you
had to
think of the
play it.
demo?
Oh, perfection. It's art in motion.
Now, you do
It's
realize this is also supposed to be another Metroidvania, Wes. Are you going to be
uh,
okay?
I know. But you know what? I don't know. Just playing the demo, it seems more straightforward, level based
I heard
than
as you progress, it turns into more of a Metroidvania.
ugh, oh man.
I'm not
Uh,
trying to burst your bubble. I know some people that played it like more
mhm,
in depth, and they said is at the more deeper you get, the more it's like a
mhm.
Metroidvania.
Well, the good thing about, and we're going back to the previous game, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, it's straightforward side scrolling levels. It's not a Metroidvania.
Correct. Correct.
It is not a Metroidvania. Shinobi, at least from the demo, like I said, but you said it's going to turn into that later on. But oh man, Shinobi looks so good and it plays so well.
How's the soundtrack? I mean, I know it's only a demo, but how was it?
It's Shinobi, man. You got that Shinobi tunes. It's there.
Okay.
It's there. Sega's back. Sega is doing their thing.
TMNT Shredder's Revenge. We touched on that a little bit earlier. What a phenomenal game, though. Like, just it's harkening right back to those 2D beat 'em ups. Like the Ninja Turtles arcade game
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, uh, Turtles in Time,
Mm-hmm.
Mutants in Manhattan. Like, come on, these are like the best of the best, and it's right up there with them. Absolutely fantastic game. I like that you can play as other characters too, like April O'Neil and Splinter and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Jones.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add about TMNT? Shredder's
No,
Revenge.
that's it. But I like what old is new again because the next game we got is Terminator 2D, No Fate, which is a side-scrolling action game based on the Terminator 2 movie from back in the day.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It
The
does look
the
awesome.
the interesting thing with this game is I believe it's being it's either self-published by the developer or it has like a smaller development team because the 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 release of the physical copies was so weird. Like first, it was only available in Europe. They said very little about if it was very unclear if it was going to be available in America. So some people pre-ordered from Europe. There was like a pretty hefty shipping fee because it was coming from Europe.
Mhm.
Then it released like updated information later, like, oh, there will be a U.S. release, and I think you can kind of buy it anywhere at this point. But it's just their whole rollout was really weird. Like they still have collector's editions and stuff like that on their website. Um, I'm
For
curious.
Terminator 2D?
Yeah, it was really strange.
Huh.
So now I don't know if you can get physical copies everywhere or not. I can look it up really quick if you want to talk about it.
Interesting.
Okay, so it is available on like Best Buy and stuff now. So it is available at other retailers, but the whole rollout in the beginning was so weird. It's almost like they weren't prepared for people to ask them like, "What about America?"
Mhm.
Like
Hmm.
it was such a strange thing. But yeah, you can get it through their website directly. You can get versions through Best Buy. I don't know if there's exclusive. I'm sure there's exclusive versions from the developer's website specifically. You guys can go check those out. I have no friggin' idea. But there's multiple ways to buy it at this point. Physical will be at least at Best Buy,
Mhm.
and digital will obviously be all over the place. A good segue from that is Gamescom just happened. We're recording this on August 20th, by the way, just so you guys know, because we always record things early, edit them, and they come out later. Gamescom happened, and they announced He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Dragon Pearl of Destruction. Couldn't we shorten that down just a little bit, Wes? Couldn't we make that name just a little smaller? Just a little bit?
Nope. Nope. It needs to be longer.
Jesus God. Like, I think people know what He-Man is, or they know what
Mhm.
Masters of the Universe is. Can't we just say He-Man, the Dragon Pearl, whatever the hell the name was? Can't we just do that?
Nope. It's got to be the whole thing. But I'm excited because they announced a He-Man game. It's crazy.
That is crazy. Like
I was like,
that is
what?
crazy. Like what person under 40, let's say,
Hmm.
has any idea what the hell He-Man is? Like, does anybody?
Well, they
This
are
is
coming out with a live action He-Man movie, so
all right.
they're trying to reintroduce He-Man to a new audience.
But was this the first thing they've done since like the early 90s, let's say?
No, there was a reboot. Oh, on Netflix did a Master of the Universe. They did like 2 seasons.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
It's really good. It's really really good.
When did that happen?
Last year,
Wow. Okay. So maybe okay, it might actually make sense to
yeah.
release a He-Man game.
And then Cartoon Network also did a reboot of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe as well.
Oh, like in the
That was
2000s or something.
early 2000s or yeah,
Gotcha.
2010s or something like that. But yeah, they did one. So I mean, He-Man is still they're trying to keep He-Man relevant. But now that we have a game coming out and it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
All about that game, sir. All about that 2D goodness, and it's from the same people, Bitmap Bureau, who's making the Terminator 2D game.
Mm-hmm.
So seems like they're cooking right now. Hopefully, the gameplay is as good as it looks on both
Mm-hmm.
of them because I haven't played either one yet. Terminator's coming out soon. When is it Halloween? Also, it might be Halloween Day.
I think it's close to Halloween.
Release date doesn't tell me. Thanks, Best Buy. You can just put. Oh, there you go. October 31st, Halloween Day. Same as
Okay.
Mina the Hollower.
Okay.
Choices will be made that day. Or you just,
Terminator's gonna have to take my money.
yeah, or you just buy them both.
Like I said, man, it's nice to see the resurgence of 2D gaming again. It really, really is. It's been a long time coming.
It's unbelievable. It really is. So we had a video probably a year or two ago about like the
Hmm.
demise of 2D gaming, like that
Hmm.
nobody was making them anymore, and you've seen a few of them shine, right? A couple of
Hmm.
them would come up like, all right, yeah, great, somebody made one. Thank you for not making us starve to death. But now we have an abundance of riches all around us.
Hmm. Yes, we do, and they
It's
keep coming.
and I didn't know that that was going to happen, obviously. But I think like we talked about in the beginning of the video, I really think that Streets of Rage 4 really set that off. And I think Shovel
Agreed.
Knight came out before that, and I think Shovel Knight did start paving the way for things like this to happen.
Hmm.
But I think Streets of Rage 4 kind of pushed everybody in that direction because everybody became a beat 'em up, and then everybody
Hmm.
started mixing Metroidvanias in there and stuff, and
Hmm.
it's eating so
Good
well.
times, man. Good times.
So if you like those kind of games, or if you're old like me and Wes, I'm sure you're gonna love a lot of the stuff that we just talked about. If you're a kid, go play
You
yourself
don't.
some Roblox.
There you go. You don't know what we're talking about.
You have
You're missing out.
no idea. No idea. Limited run games. Some controversy there. So there's people who hate limited run, people who love a limited run, people who are kind of in the middle. I would say I'm someone who's kind of in the middle. I don't really hate them or love them. I hate that their games take forever to come out. That kind of sucks and is annoying. However, there is one thing I hate more: when they release games that aren't complete. Because in the very early
Hmm.
days of limited run,
Hmm.
they like one of their things was we want to release complete physical copies of games so you have an edition to like last a lifetime. I understand, especially with their contracts, that the publisher can change things at any time. And I'm sorry, not the publisher. The developers can change things at any time. They can choose to develop DLC. And a lot of these instances, it is the developer's fault for saying, "Yeah, we're not going to do DLC." Limited Run puts out the game, and they're like, "Hey, you know what? We're going to do DLC." And it happened over and over again. So I would rather them not do these pre-orders so early and do
Hmm.
them late as hell. Don't take my pre-order for TMNT Shredder's Revenge until 2 years after the game came out. All the patches should be on there by then. All the DLC should be on there by then. Because when I bought Shredder's Revenge, I bought a badass copy. I'll show it right here. Look at this beautiful thing, Wes. This is a VHS version
Oh, that's nice.
of TMNT Shredder's Revenge, and I couldn't be happier to get it. There's a Pizza Hut coupon inside of here. Yes, like the old school TMNT games,
Okay.
and some other like collectible stuff. So this wasn't the high end one. This was like the mid one, but this
Hmm.
is the one that I wanted. I was like, oh, this is great. Come to find out, a year later, they release an expansion, and that was called Anniversary Edition.
Mm.
Okay, I was pissed
Because they added more stuff.
because they added more stuff. And again, this might not be Limited Run's fault, but I blame them for really stop giving me the game so early. Then I'll wait.
Hmm.
And I'm sure there's a money factor in there. Like they're gonna lose money. I know I kind of complained about it earlier. Like I want the game the day it comes out. If they tell me I'm gonna guarantee you all the DLC and all the patches on the disc, I'll wait. I'll happily wait if you can guarantee me that. If you can't guarantee me that, then give me it the same day it comes the hell out. But I would rather wait, like I said, because after that, after the anniversary edition, Wes, another year went by. And guess what happened?
Another edition.
They released more stuff for the game. I don't know if it was DLC or just add ons or what.
Uh,
And they released the Ultimate Edition. 3 editions for one game on Limited Run's website. This game is missing a lot of stuff. Not happy about it, Wes.
see, I haven't had that problem yet because usually my stuff. There, okay, there's a few exceptions, but for the most part, I just buy the game. I just want the game. I just want to just get the game,
You
play the
mean like the
game.
collector's editions or like what you're talking about just getting the regular game version, not
Just the
the.
regular
Okay.
version. Every now and then, I will splurge and buy the collector's edition with all the extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so far out when I pre-order it, and I forget about it
Oh,
because I
yeah.
there was the I think it was what, the Castlevania collection.
There was the Dominus collection, that was the DS games. There was the
Hmm.
Advanced collection, that was the Advanced games. There was Anniversary, was like the old school games. There was
Yep,
another
but
one in the middle.
and I think I got the anniversary one, or the one with all the old school games in it, and I got the collectors.
Mhm.
But you had to wait because they had to wait for every single item to come in to
Right.
ship before they ship it. So it'll be like a whole year before you get that game.
I wouldn't care if they could just,
I
again,
don't
just
know, man.
guarantee that I'm getting all the patches and I'm getting all the DLC. That's all you got to do for me.
I order it, I want it now. I'm willing to wait a little bit, but see, I don't dislike limited run. Actually, yes, I do dislike them because they take my money. But they, as far as a company goes, I'm glad of what they're doing because they're bringing physical back for obscure stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that was really true earlier on. They had a lot of smaller games. Now they're getting gigantic IPs and like big publishers and developers are working with them. Like Xbox is putting out stuff for them. You know, like Xbox can't afford to publish games themselves. Get the hell out of here. Like get the hell out of here. You're Microsoft. You can definitely afford to publish your own damn games. So like that stuff doesn't make any sense. But I mean, Microsoft's not selling a lot of physical. I know over 50%
Mm-hmm.
of their stuff is digital, and probably closer to 70 to be realistic. But I don't know, man. Like I like the smaller ones still. Like Special Reserve was my favorite one, and then they
Mm-hmm.
got bought out by somebody. Um, Devolver Digital bought them, and they're putting out games through the, it's like an arm of them now.
Okay.
Um, they're called like Devolver Direct now, I believe. But anyways, I mean, there's other ones too. There's like Red Art Games and like these smaller ones. Like I tend to like the smaller ones better. Premium Edition's another brand that does a lot of smaller indie stuff. I like getting the big name stuff too. That's cool, but I don't know. I'm very very mixed on them. Yet they continue to get my money, so they're doing something right.
They're doing something right because they get mine too. Every time I turn around, I get another email. Pre-orders for this is starting this. Like I pre-ordered the Mortal Kombat collection.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. And they just I'm probably the only person that maybe pre-ordered this, but I think I'm gonna pre-order the Bubsy collection. I like I love Bubsy.
Bless.
I love Bubsy.
Bubsy
I
40.
know.
You're gonna pre-order Bubsy 40.
Actually, I want the old G Bubsy games.
Is that what's coming in there? I know the 4D one is the new one. What are they
That's the
releasing the
new
old
one.
ones?
That's
Okay.
the new. Yes, Limited Run is putting out. They just opened pre-orders for it. The old G Bubsy collection, and it's
I enjoyed the
Bubsy
first
1 and
Bubsy game on
2.
Genesis, but I
I
don't
did
know.
too.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. They're not great. They're not horrible,
hmm
but they're not great. I don't need them physically. I would buy this digitally if anything.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pre-order that just because. But now they continue to take my money because Rugrats, when they announced Rugrats, super excited.
Oh yeah.
Rugrats was a great game.
The physical edition of that had a problem though, and
The Nintendo one.
the Nintendo one, which is the one that I bought, and they were like, "Don't put it in your NES. Don't do it. Catch on fire. We'll send you another copy." That was at least 6 months ago.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine too.
So we'll see what happens with that. I gotta finish my bitch fest, West. I gotta go back a few steps. Streets of Rage 4, right here. This
hmm
is beautiful. Like this, when I saw this, I was like, oh my, look at this Genesis box. Look at this, huh? Huh? If I know you can't see, but if you look close enough, the plastic, like
hmm
in here, it resembles the plastic of the Genesis boxes. It's insane. Hang tab right there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was so happy to get this, and then I think I played it through like Game Pass or something. So like I never even bothered to open this. Of course, they released DLC,
Of course.
and they released an anniversary edition of this Unlimited Run. So another game missing tons of content. All right, I'll stop complaining about that. I've said my piece.
But
Yeah.
you showed your Genesis Streets of Rage. I did one of the things I did pick up was for the Genesis, an actual Genesis cartridge, Gargoyles, because they did. It's got the hang tab
Was
on it
that
and
limited
everything.
run?
This was limited run. This was limited run. One of the things
Is
I
that
ordered.
supposed to be a Sega like? Is that what it's supposed to be, or
This because they remastered it with like high resolution graphics and everything.
with the box though? Like, is the box like a Genesis box? That's my question. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes, but
Okay.
this is an actual Genesis cartridge.
Oh, dope. Nice.
Yes, this is an
That's
actual Sega Genesis cartridge. They
Yeah, they're
did a.
gonna do that with Eartheon. I can't wait for that. That
Mhm.
game looks badass, man.
Yeah, I think I just pre-ordered that. I think they just pre-ordered that. But there's a couple actual Sega Genesis games that they did put out. I think El Viento I bought was a old Genesis game. They redid it. I bought that. So I'm glad to see them still showing love to the cartridges.
They've published Sega CD stuff, and I know there was a controversy
Hmm.
around that at one point that they were just like, I don't know which game it was. One of the games was just like a burned disc, like it wasn't like a pressed disc. So people were like, "What the hell is this?" Which is crazy. Like that should definitely not be happening. If someone's paying you
Mm,
40, 50, 60, or more dollars, you should not be putting burned discs inside the damn box. That's crazy.
yeah. I know they have a store in North Carolina. So I need to next time I go down to visit my in-laws, I think I'm gonna try to hit them up.
You definitely should. And I never asked you this earlier. What are your thoughts? Because I talked a whole bunch about it. I complained and bitched
Mhm.
about it. But what are your thoughts on them releasing games that are not complete when originally, when they were a much smaller company before they were bought out, that was like their mantra?
Their motto. It's I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent because a lot of that stuff I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me. It's just like okay, or whatever. All right, I got to download another patch, or it is what it is.
Okay.
It is what it is. I'm still gonna give my money. I can't help it, so it doesn't bother me.
You're much nicer than I am. I'm not happy about it.
It does, I could care less.
But to my point earlier, they're still getting my money, so I guess I'm a sucker. I don't know.
Exactly. They're still getting our money. You know what?
um,
I guess until it affects me, I'll probably feel a little different.
You know what? It wouldn't have been so bad. To your point earlier about just buying the regular version of the games, it wouldn't be so bad if I didn't get the damn special ones. I'm like, what's so
Mm-hmm.
special about this now? Missing that shit. Why don't we do a little show and tell? Why don't
Okay.
we Why don't we show some of our limited run games off? I didn't pick every single one up that I have.
Nah.
I picked a few that are interesting. I already showed two of them, so I'll start and just show those one more time, and then you can go. Uh, Streets of Rage 4. Whoa, almost dropped them. Streets of Rage 4 is there. That
Mm-hmm.
pretty little thing. TMNT Shredder's Revenge is there. That's the VHS copy. Then I got a few more. I got four more. But how many do you have?
I just grabbed a handful of stuff
All right, we can just go back and forth, I guess. Then
because one of the things I did pick up on your recommend was Ninja 50.
nice, man. Nice.
Limited Run did finally bring that back and put it out for Switch and PS4, I believe. But I wound up getting it for the Switch.
Game is awesome, Wes. Dude. This is like a Ninja Gaiden game that like no one ever. It's not Ninja Gaiden, obviously, but
Mhm.
Konami made it. It is awesome. It is an awesome, awesome game. One of my favorite GBA games. It was a hidden gem that got re-released. You have to play
Mhm.
that game, Wes.
Well, it's super expensive to try to find the cartridge, so this will be the only way I play it.
Dude, play it. Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure you play it because you could beat it in like a day. Like it's a game. It was a Game Boy Advance game. You could
Okay,
beat it in like a day, Wes.
all right, we'll do. And one of my recent arrivals, I did get. They reissued Virtual Fighter 2,
Oh, okay. Nice, man.
the old Saturn version. They kind of polished it up a little bit and re-released it on the Xbox.
That's cool.
And then I got, which is I just arrived, the Phantom for PS5.
What the hell is that?
So He's an old comic book character, supposedly
Okay.
the first costume superhero from like the 1930s.
Okay.
But he's kind of like survived time. But it's a side scrolling beat 'em up.
Is it 2D pixel art,
It's not. It's 2D.
but
I
not
don't want
pixel
to.
art?
It's not pixel art, but it is
Okay.
2 dimensional.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. Like I said, I just got it. So, what else you got?
I'll start here. This is I'm a sucker for the versions that represent like the old school games. So when they released Castlevania, the Anniversary Collection, the
Mm-hmm.
Anniversary Collection includes like the old school ones. So
Mm-hmm.
Castlevania NES, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Castlevania 3, Super Castlevania, Castlevania the Adventure, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, Castlevania Bloodlines, and Kid Dracula are all here. I had to get the NES the NES version. It's not an actual NES cartridge. It's a
Mm-hmm.
Switch game, but it came in the box that's like the old school NES box. So
Yep.
that's the one I had to get for that.
I think I got
Um,
that for. I bought that for the Xbox though.
oh yeah, it came out on Xbox too. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I think I got that same collection for the. That bought that same collection before Xbox.
Yeah. Next up is a a 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl for the NES. This is an NES cartridge that they released for the game. The game was meant to be an 8-bit game. They
Mm-hmm.
released it I think it was out during Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
But they also published it to an NES cart, and that's what's right here. You got some more? Or are you done?
Yeah, I picked up Contra. I get
Nice.
the anniversary collection. Which came with all the Contra games. Contra, Super Contra, Super C, Contra 3 for Super Nintendo, Operation C, Contra Hardcore, which was a Genesis game. Yeah.
Oh, I'm aware of the Genesis one. Yes,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
unfortunately aware of the Genesis one. I'm
Um,
not saying that it's bad. It's hard as hell. That's what I'm referring
it's
to. In case you're
very
wondering.
hard. And then also picked up Raiden Nova, which was a old
Shmup.
school, yes, Raiden Trad, which is an old top down shmup shooter. Um, they came out with a brand new version. Limited Run put that out. I was like,
There you go.
I have to get this.
Oh yeah.
And then I also grabbed the Castlevania, the
Dominus Collection.
Dominus collection for Xbox and Switch,
Nice.
which were basically the Nintendo DS versions.
Correct. Mhm.
Yep.
So you got
Yep.
the same game on two different systems? Is that what you did?
I did because the covers were
Okay.
different. I know.
There was a point. I don't think they do this anymore, but there was a point where Limited Run would release a game. They only had a partnership starting out. It was just them, right? And then it was like them and Best Buy. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's like they just kind of publish wherever. They'll put stuff on Amazon or, GameStop has a partnership with Limited Run. But before it was just them and Best Buy. And they would put out a Best Buy variant cover. And I think you could, if I remember correctly, you could just buy the variant cover. So I could buy on Limited Run's website their version of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I could pay extra and get the Best Buy variant cover that would ship with it.
Okay. I don't know if they do that anymore, but
No, no, not anymore.
that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I know they used to have a partnership because I think I got Shredder's Revenge through GameStop.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, but and talking to our friend that still works there, their partnership with Limited Run has, I think, it dwindled because they haven't really gotten anything from them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's a shame.
yeah. He said they haven't received anything from Limited Run because when I know that Limited Run is putting some stuff out, I will go to him and say, hey, can I pre-order this with you guys? He's like, no, it's not on our list anymore. So I think it's done.
That sucks.
Um, yeah.
I always got the games directly from them, anyways. One big reason. Let me see if this is numbered. This is not a numbered release, but I guess it's like an older thing now because since they're publishing like everywhere,
Hmm.
yeah, none of these are even numbered. the old limited run games I have, like they all have like numbers on the side because they were like, this is limited run release number one, number two.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just how they would go, and each system would have their own set of numbers, right? And as they would release things, the number would just go up and up. But literally none of the games I have here have numbers on them, so they must have stopped doing that. I'm assuming. Yeah, this doesn't have a number either.
Maybe they're just doing it for like the collector's editions. Maybe those
No,
are numbered. No.
no.
Okay, then maybe they stopped altogether then.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing anymore. Who the hell knows?
But as a whole, limited run. I love you. Keep it up. But at the same time, I hate you because I keep spending money.
Yeah, I got two more real quick before we switch over. I also bought Ninja 5.0, but I had to get the Game Boy Advance edition
Mm-hmm.
because again, I'm a sucker for these editions. This is not a Game Boy Advance game. This isn't Nintendo Switch version,
Okay.
but I had to get the Game Boy Advance
The
box
Game
for this
Boy.
bad boy.
Okay.
So that's that there. And man, do I love Ninja 5.0. Had no problem spending the extra money for this one. And then this is an actual GBA game released by Limited Run. So this is Shantae's Risky Revolution.
You know, I'm seeing Shantae all over the place.
It's
Like,
another Metroidvania.
I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone.
They're good games. I never finished any of them, but I played
Mm-hmm.
them and they are fun. This one in particular, if I remember correctly, the reason I ordered this was an unreleased GBA game. Way Forward went back and finished it and released it through Limited Run. So
Okay.
this was like a game that never. If I remember correctly, I know one of them are, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure this is the reason I bought this particular one was because it was never released and it got a re-release or released for the first time.
Okay. Yeah, Shantae, like I said, I'm seeing it all over the place. Maybe because I'm always on Limited Run's website, but um, I've seen that game a couple of different places. So
Way Forward makes great games, and they made
okay,
like that whole series, and you can find them on Xbox. Like the old ones are cheap, Wes, so you can get them for a few bucks. You can download them and play them.
cool.
So check them out when you get. So I think some of them are on Game Pass too, so you might be able to check them out there. Analogue, Wes. Analogue.co. That's the website.
It's the website.
They make superior products for retro gamers like me and you. Um, we'll talk about the ones that we have, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this right now because it just got delayed again today.
Mm-hmm.
Analog 3D. The whole reason we had this segment set up in the show is because we were anticipating the release of 3D. We were going to talk about analog consoles. We were hoping to possibly have the console, it being towards the end of August when it was supposed to come out. Today's August 20th. It's now coming out in Q4 at some point. So kind of up in the air, right? So November, October, November, December, I guess is what they're saying. I guess that's their Q4.
Yeah. Now,
And
for what people don't know, the Analog 3D is basically a Nintendo 64.
but it plugs directly into like your smart
Mm-hmm.
it has an HDMI port.
Mm-hmm.
Does this one does 4K? The other analog consoles do up to 1080p. So this does do like another layer higher of like quality, but they're really really good. Like they when you hook up, for example, a Super Nintendo to a flat screen modern TV, a it doesn't take HDMI, so you're probably gonna have to find a TV from a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
B, even if your TV has, let's say, RCA cables, it's going to look like crap because it was not designed for an LCD or a LED TV or an OLED TV. These were designed for CRTs. So this fixes that problem. Now you can get things like upscalers, of course, like a retro Tink and things like that. There's plenty of different products you can buy. You can mod your system. You can do all sorts of things. Or another option is to just buy these consoles that Analog makes, and they're basically like plug and play, and they play your old cartridges. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to do emulation, they have like SD slots and stuff like that where you can do whatever you want essentially. But they really make the game pop and work, basically flawlessly. They use FPGA technology, so the way the consoles work they basically work like the original. They're reading the games, mimicking like the original Super Nintendo would, for example. And the N64 was the one that we were anticipating coming out. That's the one called Analog 3D, and it looks like we're waiting a little longer.
Yeah. This is the second time they delayed it.
Got my controller because they have there was an 8-bit Do controller that came out, and that thing shipped 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Sweet, this is a good sign. This is a good sign."
No,
Nothing.
nothing. Nothing. Well, you know what? The letter said that they're last minute bugs. It's 99% complete. It's the 1% that they're trying to work on. So I'd rather them take their time and give us a quality product, which they do. They build a really, really good product.
Oh yeah,
So if I have to wait a little longer, I just have to be patient.
I'm fine with it. I mean, I know I'm complaining, but it's like it was delayed over and over again. That's where I'm
Mm-hmm.
like frustrated because they made it really seem like this was the last time,
Mm-hmm.
the time ago, like it was supposed to be here now. The N64, as many of you may know, is my favorite console of all time. So if they need to perfect a few things, go ahead. A copy of Mario 64 ain't going anywhere. It's waiting patiently.
I
I
take
might
it.
play
I,
Ocarina again.
I take it that's gonna be the first cartridge you put in once you get your system.
Probably. Either that or Ocarina. But the problem is, if I turn on Ocarina,
Mm-hmm.
40, 50 hours may pass, Wes. If I turn on Mario, it's probably a day.
Okay.
So, and there's other stuff too. Like, I got NBA Hang Time recently. I've never played that game.
Oh, there
Perfect
you go.
opportunity to.
Okay. Yes. Yes, because you just bought the loose cartridge. There you go.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait to play that system. Anyway, I'm just going to go down an N64 rabbit hole. So let's not do that. Let's talk about the analog consoles we own today. Why don't you kick things off? I think I have a couple more consoles than you do. So go for it.
You do. I didn't realize what, or I didn't even know what analog was until you and I started talking, and you kept saying analog. And then once you mention it, then other people started talking about it. And I'm like, wait, my friend was just telling me about this. So I looked into it, and you kept telling me what it is, and yeah, you kept saying, "Oh man, they make your games look so much better," and it's they build a good hardware. So they, I think my first console I bought from them was the Mega SG and the Super NT, which was the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. They opened up pre-orders because their systems sell out immediately.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They put them up and they sell. Granted, some of them go to resellers, but regardless, they sell out. So I went on their website. I saw that they were sold out. I signed up for their newsletter. Hey, okay, we're opening up pre-orders. We're gonna have a very limited amount of them to sell. Here you go. And I did. And those were my first. I was able to get one of each, and I hooked it up. And you were right. I was like, man, it does look really good.
It's crisp as hell, man. And you don't need a CRTV. Like,
No, you don't.
you could, like I said, you guys could, you could buy upscalers and things like that. But I don't know. For me, it's like, I think it looks great on a CRT. And the other option is analog. Like, the upscalers can do a good job. They can make things look so much better. But I don't know, man. I
No,
love my analog consoles.
and they take original controllers,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
yeah, they're built
awesome.
for original controllers, or they usually partner with companies like 8-Bit Do, and they'll
Yep.
release like a modern wireless version that
Yep.
actually works very good. So they do have options if you want to go wireless, but you can absolutely plug in an original Super Nintendo controller and play with that. So Super Nintendo, SNES, I'm glad you got those when you did, West, because they are gone. You cannot order them anymore.
No, you
So
can't.
if you were fortunate enough to get one then, that's good on you. One that did not sell as well, which I think as of today you can still pick it up on their website, was their Turbo Graphics version, the Turbo Graphics 16, which they called their Turbo Duo, which also plays CD games, which is awesome.
Mhm.
I've never had a TurboGrafx, so I picked this up immediately. I need to start building up that library. I haven't really done that yet. But now that I have a reliable hardware that I don't have to worry about, that's definitely an option for me. Have you messed around with yours? I know you picked one up as well.
I didn't only because I have a TurboGrafx with a CD attachment,
Okay.
but I just, I saw it and I was like, man, this is great to have just because my original console, it's old. It still runs, it still works, and everything, but it just to have a backup in the event something goes wrong, and it does the CDs and the cards
On a modern TV, you don't
on
have
a
to move
modern
anything.
TV. It was great. It's such a good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they were like $200 or something like that. And like I
Hmm.
said, that's a console you can still get from them today. So if you are a TurboGrafx fan or if it's something you're looking into, I would recommend getting that. It's probably I think TurboGrafx are like that price anyway. So why not get, an updated version?
That does both because the CD
Exactly.
attachment alone is very expensive.
Hmm. Yes, it is.
But like you, it's a good system to get if you want to get familiar with the TurboGrafx library,
Hmm.
without a doubt. There you go. Another one that I did pick up on your recommend, which was the Pocket,
Oh,
the
dude.
analog Pocket, which is it plays Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games.
Did you get the adapters, Wes? Were you fortunate
I
enough to grab?
did not. I did not.
Oh, Wes!
I
Wes!
I could I think I could still order them,
I
but
don't
no,
think you
I
can.
didn't.
I think they're
No,
out. You should check. And if you can get them, I certainly would.
bro. Since we're talking about the analog Pocket, I remember they released the colored ones,
Oh,
kind of like the
yeah.
color.
Yeah.
Man, I wanted
Dude,
to grab a purple one. So they pre-orders went on sale at like 12 noon. I logged on at 12:01 and they were all sold out.
I'd already had mine at that point. I had like I think you just had black or white was all you
I,
could pick to
I
start.
got a black. I have a black one, but I wanted a colored one just because.
I would have got a colored one if I had the damn choice. I didn't know like I don't know 3 to 6 months later they were going to be like, oh, here's a rainbow of colors to choose from. I was like, you son of a. Like, I could have sold my black one and bought one or whatever, but I didn't feel like doing it.
But the problem is, and then it kind of, I don't want to say it's an issue, but it is an issue. Um, they sell out. For example, like the colored analog pockets, they sold out, but then within 5 minutes, you see them on eBay going for like
Yeah,
10 times the price, which is it sucks.
it does. I mean, all their out of print consoles are worth more. Like the Mega SG and the Super NT, which is the Super Nintendo that you were talking about earlier,
Mhm.
they both doubled in price. They were like $200 consoles. Now they're going between 400 and 500.
Mhm.
So yeah, you need to get these things when they're available. I think the Pocket they are still making and re-releasing. I think the Pocket was like their most successful console ever. So I'm fairly certain that's something that's still being printed today.
Okay. Well, if you can get an analog pocket, please do so.
Yeah, and if you can get the adapters, again, I don't know if they're available, but I would definitely get those adapters for it.
Yeah, analog, good company, really good company. I'm very impressed with their product.
Now, the first console I got from them was before you and I even really talked about analog. This was the Super. Oh, I'm sorry. This was the Mini NT Noir. Is the version that I have. This was the first console they ever made. It's
Hmm.
an NES, and it plays Famicom and NES games. That's it.
Okay.
Just those two systems. There's two different spots to put them in, and this shows you how much like where their heart was. They made the system out of it's there's like no plastic. It's all aluminum on the outside. It's heavy like a brick, Wes.
Wow.
Um, and it plays NES games. It's awesome, man. It's really cool. But that console was not like more budget friendly. Like their consoles now are between like 200 to 250.
Hmm.
This was a $500 console.
Oh my God.
Again, they use like superior parts, and you can tell the console's worth double that today. So I'm fine with
Mm.
my purchase. Like it's worth like $1,000. So
Okay.
I'm cool with that. I spent 500, but I really wanted to get it. I was like, NES, bro, come on, like can't beat it. Can't beat it.
So do you actually play your analog systems?
Yes. So I don't play retro games every day, but when I do play retro games,
Hmm.
my analog systems have replaced all the original hardware in my.
Hmm.
It's where this room you can't see it, but where my TV and stuff is, like on the other side of the camera. I have probably 15 systems hooked up, and every system that is analog is an option for me. The
Hmm.
analog system is hooked up in place of the original hardware.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, CRT TV is right here, so I do use that from time to time. But I
Hmm.
have to go through the hassle of plugging it in, moving my game system over to it, doing all that.
Yeah.
A big reason why I still have that, because I also have an upscaler. I have a retro Tink for like my original GameCube, for example, or like my PlayStation 2. I run it through a retro Tink. Um, so everything is over there. I love light gun games, Wes, and they do not work on an
Nope.
LCD. They only
No, they
work
do not
on one of
on
these bad boys over
CRTs.
here. So
That's
that's mainly why I
correct.
got him over here.
That is correct.
Yeah. But analog consoles are cool. You have to be patient, obviously, to wait for them. And yeah, Wes said resellers are a problem. They will buy this, they'll throw it up on eBay 5 seconds later.
For triple the price.
Yep.
I love purple. Really wanted a purple analog pocket. I'm not paying $500-$600 for it.
No, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Maybe they'll re-release them too. Like I said, I think they're still printing them, so they might just decide to do another run one day.
Okay. I hope so. But I have my black one. I'm very happy with it.
I will say this to say a positive thing about them: when they stop a line, they tell you. They're like, "Hey, this is it. If you want one of these, you need to get it right now because once we sell out of them, they're gone." And then they stick to that. So,
Yeah.
except for the NES, they released that once. They decided to go and do that one time because I didn't have it in the original release. I got it on the re-release the second time.
Okay. I guess they did the same thing for the Mega SG. Like that was a
No, that was
re-release.
just in print. That was just in print for a period of
Just in
time.
print.
You didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, you just did it. You didn't get the first wave of them. You got it, but you just didn't get the first wave of them. They were still
Okay.
making it. It was still a product. Now they ain't making it no more.
Right. That I know. They're done.
Yeah, and they warned everybody before then. They put on their website, if you want to make SG, order one now because we are not making any more of them. All right, next subject: our favorite video game based on a horror movie. Now, this was very difficult for me to do. I think mine's less interesting than yours. I want to go first just because of that. We'll save yours for later. Mine was I couldn't really pick one. Uh,
Okay.
I wanted to give a shout out to two games. One I'm going to say is The Evil Dead on PS2. There was two different versions. One was called like Regeneration, I think, and the other
Mm-hmm.
one was called Fistful of Boomstick. Both fun games. These were like budget games when they came out west. I think they were like $30 when they were out on PS2.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty good. Pretty good time. Especially for $30. I mean, you couldn't beat that. And they were like you run around, you shoot things, do Evil Dead stuff, kill zombies, all that fun
Okay.
stuff. I don't remember a lot of it, but I did have a lot of fun with them. They both came out when I was in college. The other one I want to mention is Friday the 13th. This was the asymmetrical one that came out in 2017. Ilphonic made it, and basically is a multiplayer game only. I think it was 5 people start, in the multiplayer game. One of them randomly is Jason, and the other people are camp counselors,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to hunt down the camp counselors. If you're Jason, if you're a camp counselor, you have to survive. A lot of fun. Complications with the license. Eventually, they took it offline and stuff. It's not available. I think you can still play it offline, but I mean, that was not the intent of the game.
I remember seeing that. I remember seeing it, and I was like, "Huh, interesting."
I didn't play a ton of it, but I really did enjoy what I did play of it. And I'll tell you one thing, man. Seeing Jason in that game is horrifying. Just scare the hell out of you, Wes, because like you know how much more powerful he is, and like there are some ways
Yes.
you can get away and stuff. And it's just like
Mhm.
you are so underpowered. Like you almost have to get lucky to get away from him once he spots you. You can, but it's a challenge.
Okay. So he was strong and fast.
He could do this thing where he would like turn to like mist and stuff, and he would like pop up behind you, like to like scare
Mhm.
you. But like your different tactics would be you should work together with the other camp counselors. All right, so there's different ways to do it. You could escape. You could kill him, which is like almost impossible. Like you're better off trying to escape. And I think you could hide until a timer ran out. I think those were like the options that you had.
Mhm.
And if you were camp counselor, you just needed to survive. If you were Jason, you needed to kill everybody. It was as simple as that. But you could do things like you would find a boat and it wouldn't have a motor, so you'd find some parts and like a battery and stuff. Like you get the motor running, and then you could leave through the lake. You could escape like through the woods to like an ambulance or something like that. Like there was different options for you. Uh, and the idea was like you could either work together as a team with somebody to help them escape, but you might be better off by yourself because there's more likelihood of one of you getting found, and then now both of you are found if you're together with somebody else. Interesting game, very very cool, very cool.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they actually announced today. I'm sorry, Gamescom.
Mhm.
Ilphonic, same company. Halloween West. They're going to do basically a similar game with Halloween now, coming out in 2026. And this time, there's going to be a single player story.
Really?
Yes, I'm so stoked.
So single player, I guess, are you going to play as Michael Myers, or you're going to play as someone else, like just a random person?
I didn't read the full write up on it yet, but it,
Mhm.
it seems like you're playing as Michael Myers. I think you play as him when he's like young, like when he gets out of that mental institution for the first time.
Mhm.
Uh, but again, I read this very briefly, so I could be completely wrong.
It's the one horror movie that still scares me to this day. I don't know what it is. It's the music. I don't know.
Halloween one is like probably my favorite horror movie. Like that movie is so good. I like Friday the 13th too, but it's different. It's like a slasher film.
Yeah. Friday the 13th kind of went off the rails and got
Oh,
ridiculous.
certainly did. Certainly
J-
did.
Jason in space? Come on, man.
I mean, Jason in New York was ridiculous. Like, why the hell was he in New York City? Come on.
Yes, it was.
Anyways, those were the two games I wanted to highlight. It was really hard for me to pick one, like I said, because I didn't play a ton of these. A lot of the horror games that I played they started as video games. They did not start as movies, so it was kind of hard for me to pick. But I know you got at least one up your sleeve, so give me what you got.
Oh man, video game based on a horror movie. I picked The Thing
Hell yeah!
because The Thing, the movie itself is classic, classic John Carpenter.
Just saw the
Um,
movie for the first time, literally like a month ago.
and what'd you think?
Awesome movie, man. Loved it. And now I'm ready to play the game, Wes, because I know you told me before that it's like a sequel to the movie, so
It
now I
is.
can play the game.
It is. The game. The game takes place soon after the movie because you are a different team sent to investigate what happened to the original team at this base in the Arctic. And the whole premise of it is this alien that can mimic people. So you don't know who's actually been infected and who's the monster and who isn't. And they start acting weird, and they not start, a lot of mistrust, and the game is great, great. And if you've seen the movie, the game is just as good.
I may try to play this during Halloween time because, like I said, the whole purpose of me watching the movie, A, you told me it was really good, but B,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to play the game, and I was like, I feel like I cannot play the game until I watch the movie. So I checked one box, and they remastered it. There's a
Yes.
modern version to play, and I don't have to go back and play the original Xbox version.
Yep, they did remaster it. I kind of downloaded it and started playing it not too long ago. It's just as I remember it. It's good. I enjoyed it. I
I have a
enjoyed
choice
it.
to make now, Wes. Do I buy the physical version, which to my knowledge only came out on the PS5? It's available right
Correct.
now.
Correct.
Or do I just download it on my Xbox and play it there? I feel like I should play it on my Xbox, but I kind of want the physical. I don't know what to do.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it might have came out for Switch too.
I don't want it on Switch. I don't want. I don't care if it's on Switch One, Switch Two. No, no.
Okay.
It's got to be either Xbox or PlayStation.
Well, you could buy the physical on PS5
I'm
and then
not buying it twice.
and still download the Xbox version.
Well, the physical's on sale today. Like I saw it was $30, and I think digitally is about the same price. So I don't know.
Well, the physical will should hold value. So
It should, but I feel like I just want to play it on my Xbox. I don't know,
okay,
man.
all right. Well, then get it for the Xbox. At any rate, play it.
I will.
At least play a couple hours of it. I think you'll enjoy it.
It's a
Um,
shorter game. It has to be, right? This was an original Xbox game, so I'm guessing you can probably
mhm.
beat this in under 10 hours, right?
It's something like that, like 10, 12 hours.
Okay. Sounds right.
And then there was another game announcement for another classic horror movie, Hellraiser. They are making a game based on Hellraiser, and it looks like it's based off the first movie.
I don't know. I've never watched. I know what Hellraiser is. I remember seeing like the posters and stuff, and my sister
Mm-hmm.
was like still is like a huge like horror fan. So I'm aware of what Hellraiser is, but I've never watched the movie or seen any of them or no. I don't know anything about it other than Pinhead. That's all I know. That's
Pinhead's
it.
like the central monster character, but it, you it looks like the game is going to take place during the first movie because you're a guy and you find this box and it's a puzzle box, and when you unlock it, it opens up a dimension and all these monsters come out and Pinhead and his minions come out. And so I don't know what the game is going to be about, but
The trailer
the
looked cool.
trailer looked kind of cool.
And the
Trailer
guy
looked cool.
who like either created Pinhead or like wrote the first movie or something, he's
Mhm.
involved somehow. So that's pretty cool.
There we go. So we'll see.
All right, everybody, it is time for a pulse check. Now, this week we have 4 titles to choose from. What we were doing before, well, first off, let's say this. If you don't know what a pulse check is, right, Wes and I take kind of a snapshot look of video games prices, right? And what we were doing before is I would pick a high one, Wes would pick a low one. But we do like the segment quite a bit, and we decided, well, every week we both just pick a high one and a low one. And we just
There we
kind of roll
go.
with it. So we have 4 for you this week. Wes, do you want to go first or second?
You know what? I will go first.
Do it.
So I'll start with my low pick.
Okay.
My low pick is a game that I fell in love with for PS3, and it's Infamous.
Nice.
Great, great, great game. You could play it multiple times because the whole premise is you are a guy, and based on your choices and actions, the story takes one or two paths. So you can either become good or can become bad. And endings corresponded with the path you took, and loved it, loved it. And it's cheap. It's for such a great game. It's dirt cheap because you can get a loose CD for just under $9. It's like $8.79.
That's nothing.
A complete in box is going to run you 11, and a
Nothing.
sealed copy is going to be $22, which is a crime because Infamous was so good. They did a second one, which was still good, but not as good as the first.
They did a third one too.
They did.
Second Son.
Second Son. Second Son, which again, it was good. Nothing takes the place of the first one. First one was just is classic. So good. So good.
So let me disappoint you. The only one I've ever played was Second Son. It was a early PS4 game. It was like one of the
It
first
was.
PS4 games that I played. And I
Yep.
never played Infamous 1 or 2.
Did you like it?
I did like it. Yeah, it was really good. I don't know. I just never went back and played 1 or 2.
I keep hoping they go back and remaster the original.
Yeah, I mean, they could probably get away with doing all three of them. I think the PS4 one they could probably just upres, and
Mm-hmm.
then 1 and 2 maybe they might have to tighten. I have no idea. They might have to tighten up the controls or something like that.
Yeah, I would be all over it, all over it. And then my high pick, we talked about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers before. This one is for the Super Nintendo, and this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
Now, what the hell was this? So I played Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was a side-scrolling beat 'em up that I mentioned earlier in the show.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was this? A side-scrolling beat 'em up also,
It was
or
a side-scrolling beat 'em up for Super Nintendo, but it was based off the actual movie that
okay?
had the White Ranger in it. Um, and for some reason, this game is expensive
Yeah,
because just a loose cartridge is going to run you like $59, $59, $60. A complete in box is $335.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
And then a sealed copy, if you're able to find one, is going to run you $1,073. Bro. And I don't know why this game is so expensive.
I'm gonna
Now,
make an assumption about it. Go,
okay.
go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, could be because the original Green Ranger turned into the White Ranger died.
Okay.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. He died like a year ago, maybe two, but um, he's like front center on the cover. He's like his character is like is one of the main focal points of the game, and I don't know if that's driving the price up because he's no longer with us, but this game is expensive.
I would guess two things. One, what you just said. Yes, I'm sure that's probably playing part of the role. But my theory is this was a kid's game, and none of those kids kept those boxes, bro. Those boxes went straight in the trash. So there's probably not many of those boxes. I mean, look at the disparity, like $60 to what's it, 350 or something like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a big gap, bro.
A huge
That's an
gap.
expensive piece of cardboard you got right there.
Yeah, yeah. Cardboard and instructions.
Right. And Homeboy's face is on the cover. So I think if you combine those things, it's probably a harder to find box. Dude's face is on the cover who died. Price is going up.
I guess, but this title has always kind of held its value, and I just, again, scratch my head. Don't know why. Those are my two games as far as my price checks. And what do you got, my friend?
Well, again, I thought we were going to be celebrating the launch of the Analog 3D, so I picked two N64 games. Like a fool. And I ain't switching them. I'll stick with them. Major League Baseball starring Ken Griffey Jr. Probably my favorite baseball game on the N64. Absolutely love this baseball game. Played the crap out of it when I was a kid. The game is not expensive. It's a low pick. It's $9.93 for a loose copy, $32.50 for a complete in box. A sealed one will run you $200. So a little bit expensive if you want something sealed, but you also shouldn't be buying sealed games. You should buy the complete in box copy, which is only $32.50, and that's pretty damn reasonable.
I remember this game, but I never played it.
It's really good. The sequel was called Slugfest, and
Right.
I never played Slugfest, so I don't know how that is. But man, I put some time into this, man. And King Griffey Jr. was all the rage back then too,
Yeah, he was.
So yeah, I would check out that game. I think if I remember correctly, I liked the Home Run Derby a lot, and I would play that pretty repeatedly. The second game, Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Some people's favorites, some people's not so much favorites. I don't care where you stand. Now, this is the collector's edition. I failed to actually write this down, but I am talking about the collector's edition. This is the version that I own. This is the version I bought the day that it came out back in, I don't know, what the hell would it have been, 99? Maybe? 98? Somewhere around there?
Somewhere around there.
Uh, so Majora's Mask loose today, the collector's edition cartridge is $70. Complete in box is $199, and if you could find yourself a sealed one, $824.75. Ever play Majora's Mask?
I did. I never finished it.
Me neither.
I never finished it. Like
There's a
so
hardcore contingency that loves this game, and I do not understand.
yeah.
I'm like, I loved Ocarina so much, and I'm like, I don't get it, man.
Well, what do you think is driving the price up on Majora's Mask?
I'm not looking at the full chart, by the way, so I don't know if the price has gone up or down. I'm sure it's down since COVID. That wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
shock me. But again, this is the collector's edition. This is like the gold cartridge. 60 bucks isn't a lot for a loose copy, or 70 or whatever it's going for. But the cardboard, man, it's expensive cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
Just Zelda games in general that are complete, if they had cardboard boxes, generally are going to hold their value pretty well. It's like they're beloved games.
Okay.
Link to the
Um,
Past is like pretty expensive too.
just for comparison, do you happen to know what the price is on the regular edition?
No, but I can look it up. The regular version of Majora's Mask, so I believe this is the gray cart, is 61.89. So the gray cart is cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
The complete price is 164.94, and the new price is 823.96 for a sealed copy.
Actually, sealed is the exact same price almost.
Yeah, pretty much. But the complete one is about $40 cheaper, so people do want that collector's edition.
I mean, even still, that's still over $100 for a Nintendo 64 game. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I don't like Majora's Mask, it's the whole time thing killed it for me. Like, stop making me feel
Mm.
like I'm rushed. I don't want to be on your time window, right? I just want to play the damn game. I want to explore, and you're making me feel rushed. I don't like it. I want to relax and look around and find things.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe one day I'll go back and finish it along with the millions of other things that I can go back and finish.
I should. I'm sure that I would love it, but I just have to. I'd have to figure out the time thing, and I don't know. You know what I'm talking about when I'm saying the time thing,
I
right?
do.
You
Yeah.
have like 3 days
Yeah.
to complete the game, and if you don't complete the game in like 3 days or something, like the moon crashes down and kills
Hmm.
everybody. It's like, well, shit, dude. I'm not going to start the game over. Are you kidding me? Like, and I don't know if that's what happens, or if it like goes back to an earlier save, or I don't know. But I just I don't want to deal with that.
Too much pressure.
It is. You just play the damn game and explore. That's my favorite part of Zelda is exploring. That's why Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is so good. Dude, Tears of the Kingdom is something else, Wes.
I yeah, no, I haven't done them. Oh, because I don't have the time to put into them. I just
Neither
don't.
do I, but I found it, Wes. I
Ugh,
found it.
one day maybe I will say.
All right, guys. So that is our show. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you. Just a reminder, please, if you like what you heard today, give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Support us over on Patreon too. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. That really truly helps us out. You can get exclusive content on there. You can get early content, ad-free content. We release stuff on there every single month. So please, please make sure you guys check that out if you like what you heard today. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, make sure you guys ring the bell, like, subscribe, drop us a comment. Those things always help out our videos. Check out our other content and our legacy content. Nerdthusiast. You can go to nerdthusiast.com. We have our website there. But if you go to youtube.com/nerdthusiast, that's where our legacy content is. We have about, I don't know, 3-4 years worth of different
Hmm.
shows and content
Yeah.
over there from video games. We got poker guys working on stuff over there. We had a wrestling show back in the day. So there's a lot of cool legacy content. I advise you guys all to go check that out as well. Wes, thank you so much for joining me today, sir. I appreciate you.
You got it, my friend. Anytime. Always love talking about video games.
Hell yeah. If people want to follow you, where can they do so?
You can follow me on Instagram at Grendel5XBX.
I'm Matt. You guys can follow me over on Twitter or X at FromNJ2CA. The 2 is a number 2. Until next time, you guys take care.
Take care, guys.